get on this thing a little bit. Hi everybody, Jim from County Corvette. I have a 1949 Chevy 3800 pickup. We took it on trade, and it's not typical of what we get, but it was so well done, I couldn't say no. As soon as I saw it, I thought, hey, shop truck, but we really don't need it as a shop truck. We needed it as inventory. So all that said, just go over it a little bit. It was a clean truck to start with, and completely dismantled and restored. It's got a lot of upgrades, starting with new front suspension. These had a kingpin arrangement. I don't remember who made the front end, but it's a unit. It's got the upper and lower control arms and disc brakes. So this thing has power disc brakes. It has power steering. It has air conditioning. It's got a vintage air unit, so it's got all modern heating and cooling. It has a built stroker 383. I don't have specs on it. I have some cam specs, but I can tell you it runs great. It's got a rebuilt Turbo 400, so it's pretty straightforward in terms of not a lot of electronics. It's not a fuel-injected type arrangement, so it's something that pretty much anybody can work on. It's got an Edelbrock intake and carb, so it's a very straightforward, not overly complex build. But it's got a tilt steering column, probably an I did it setup. And it's just really well done. The paint is house of color, and it's show quality level. Now, this was done over 15 years ago. It's been upgraded a little bit and maintained and that sort of thing over the years. But it was a turnkey vehicle when we got it. It really didn't need anything. And to build a truck like this, you'd spend double, probably triple the asking price. It's now this is the 9-foot bed. So it's really a cool setup. They were built that way. Prior owner did put a fuel cell in here, so it takes up some of the space, but still, it's quite a long bed in here. It's a stainless steel top here and a stainless steel liner in the bottom of the bed. The inside of the bed it's concourse level. I mean, like I said, the paint, it's beautifully done. It's got flames under the clear, and somebody spent a lot of time, money, and effort to build this thing correctly. So we're proud to represent it, and it's hard to find something this clean in this price range. I don't think there's much out there. But again, one thing I really like about it is it's not an overly complicated build. So what that means is, your average person who's got good mechanical experience can, maintain this thing without, the need for the understanding of modern electronics. And it runs, and there's nothing wrong with the carburetor. They still work great. So, all that said, I really like this truck. I don't know what the demand is out there for them, but I know trucks are doing really well these days. And again, if you have an interest in building something like this, I'd turn to something turnkey here that you can maybe even modify a little bit more to your standard, and it would make a great shop truck to any shops out there looking for something cool, cheaper than a new 1500. So. Anyway, all that said, a lot of bang for the buck, and it's a good, honest vehicle. It's a good, solid body. I've got pictures of it, some restoration work showing how that it was done properly, and hard vehicle to duplicate out there. So take a good look at it. If you're in the market for a truck, really take a good look at this one. We've got a lot of pictures, and we'll do a test drive and make sure it runs out good. All right, I'm going to let this thing warm up a little bit. So this thing has nice adjustable seats in it. They do have back adjustment on it. It's actually pretty comfortable. They have seat belts. This interior is wild, but it's really beautifully done. Part of the headliner, this is a vinyl headliner, part of it's delaminated a little bit in the back corners here, but nothing terrible. The top is held together real nice. It has an aftermarket heating and cooling system in it, so it's starting to warm up here on me. wipers work. Not the greatest wipers. Not much of a wiper. That one blade's time for replacement. Now I know it has oil pressure. We're going to address that. I think it has an electrical connection that's fallen off. So we'll get that gauge working properly. These are nice odometer gauges. It's showing 800 miles. So, all right, we're up to operating temperature. Now, as I mentioned, this has a turbo 400. There is no indicator, so you kind of have to get to know the transmission. But turbo 400 is a 3-speed transmission. This has, as I said, power steering, power brakes. Brakes feel good. Steering's nice and light. It's a cool truck. It's got to go to the right person. The interior is tastefully done. I don't know what you would call this pattern here. To me, it looks like a stone wall at first glance. So this thing rides pretty good, so what I can see so far. This is the first time I've driven this truck. And it feels good. It goes down the road straight. It feels like a 2,500 RPM stall converter. I have the paperwork on that. I could look it up. That's what it feels like. All right. All right, and I found third gear. But yeah, brakes feel good. The rear view mirror is a little small. The side view mirror is in front of the door there, so it works. We can see well with it. It just, you know, I'm not crazy about the rear view mirror. So it's a little small. But I can see what's behind me. Just have to get it perfectly adjusted. There we go. All right. Odometer's working. It's spinning up the mileage here. Trip meter's working. It's cold here in Pennsylvania today. It's actually last day of the year, and heater's working well. The steering wheel has metal on the back. It's billet aluminum, so my fingers are a little cold. I'm spoiled these days. I have heated steering wheel and heated armrest and heated seats in my daily. It's hard to step back from that. Now, having worked with my hands for a big part of my life, I like warm hands. Those of you who work with your hands know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this truck feels good. All right, I don't have a horn. I'd like to see that addressed as well. Turn signal indicators work as they should. As I mentioned, this has a 383 stroker, turbo 400. Gears feel in the 355 range. I don't recall exactly what the paperwork said on this, but this truck was well done. Somebody spent a fair amount of money on this thing. It's not a Riddler Award type truck, but it's a cool. I mean, I don't think there's a cooler truck to go to Home Depot in. But this truck would be appropriate for somebody that had a workshop of some sort. If you wanted a rolling advertising vehicle, you know, again with the fuel cell located in the bed, the whole idea of a 9-foot bed is somewhat diminished there. So I want to get on this thing a little bit. Starting out in first gear and mashing the throttle, you get wheel spin, which is not surprising because there's not much weight in the back. So we started off in second, runs up good. It's actually very comfortable to drive. I'd gladly own this thing just to have it to get. Actually, it'd be a cool shop truck, and it is a Chevy. I don't know, might be potential there. You know, for me, I'd rather not have my guys driving around bringing in the attention that this thing would bring, because it does scream, "Look at me." Well, you just don't see older trucks like this on the road, let alone custom, let alone with the 9-foot bed there. So, but yeah, anybody in the market for an old 3800 that's tastefully modified, restored, it's a lot of bang for the buck. It's not overly complicated. There's not a lot of electronics in it, so anybody could work on it. Very basic mechanics on this thing, but time-proven, bulletproof turbo 400. The engine's strong. Like I said, I'm going to deal with the oil pressure gauge. I know it works. I know it has oil pressure, but I wouldn't send it out like that. So, well, it's probably just a loose connection, but I'll deal with that. And yeah, I like it. It's a cool truck. Not something you see every day. Not typical of what I get, you know, in my inventory, but I liked it enough to take it in on a trade. So, but yeah, I like the steering column. I don't know if it's an I did it, but everything's really solid on it. Really nice. So great truck for the money, and something if you're in the market for something, take a good look at it. It's well done, and I'll show you the window operation here. Again, it's not overly complicated. I've got my seatbelt on. Let me take that off. Try this one here. Yeah, this is all well done. It's all going through, and I think this thing will make somebody real happy. So if you have an interest in it, give us a call and get yourself a truck. Thanks for watching my video.